Today we're still in Psalm 119, and I'm going to read you 3 verses. We looked yesterday how the psalmist made statements, I will, I will, I will. And today in these 3 verses, not always easy verses to read, he encourages by his words. And so I'm going to read from the New Living Translation verses 25, 28 and 37. Verse 25 says, I lie in the dust, completely discouraged. Revive me by your word. Verse 28 says, I weep with grief. Encourage me by your word. And then verse 37, turn my eyes from worthless things and give me life through your word. He goes, in my discouragement, of which we all go through, disappointment, discouragement, things just don't work out the way we thought they would have. He says, revive me by your word, meaning just do a fresh work in me. I feel like I'm losing it, or I'm lost, or I'm so down. Revive me, stir me up again, stir my heart again with passion. Bring life back to the dead areas of my life. Breathe afresh into my life by your word, by your promises. And that's the whole reason why we write down on dates, on promises, on things. We go back to them and they revive us. Remember when God spoke to us afresh, not just reading it. It's like the Holy Spirit highlighted things to us. And so he says, in my discouragement, revive me by your word. He goes, in my grief, in my weeping, encourage me by your word. Wow, how we all need encouragement. We go through grief, we go through times of weeping, we go through very hard times, difficult times, and we open his word, and at times nothing comes out, but in other times it's just the word we need for today, an encouragement to keep going, an encouragement not to give up, an encouragement not to abandon him or his plans for our lives. And so the psalmist here says, listen, I weep with grief, the mourning, things I'm going through, I can't see. Encourage me by your word that will pick me up, that will lift me up, that will help me to go forward, even under the midst of a weight of discouragement or grief. And then he goes, in my journey of life, we all get distracted by things, some of them good, some of them worthless. And he says, turn my eyes from them. We covet other things, people, possessions. He says, listen, Lord, in my journey of life, give me life through your word. Living life, resurrection life. Life does not come from things. Life comes from a relationship with Jesus and through his word. And so today that is our prayer as we go through the day. There are things that will discourage us. There are things that may cause us grief, things that have come from left field or right field, and there are things like worthless things that try and get our attention. And the psalmist says, Lord, in my discouragement, revive me by your word. In my grief, encourage me by your word. And in this journey of life, oh Lord, give me life that only I can live by through your word. Revive me, encourage me, give me life. I pray that over you today. I pray that into your spirit, into your heart, into your being. I don't know if you're discouraged today or whether grief is overtaking you or weeping or just other things that are vying for attention. Can I encourage you today? Allow his word to revive you, encourage you, and give you life. Love you. Bless you.